Well, I see two major threat streams without getting into cybersecurity, which is a whole other issue.
No, that's a little bit later.
And that's one nation state. But you have the foreign fighter who traveled to Iraq and Syria to the region to train and has come back. So through the internet, they have recruited 40,000 foreign fighters from 130 different countries that have converged into Iraq and Syria. That doubles the size of the coalition forces. 5,000 of them have Western passports. Hundreds of them are Americans. Some of those have returned. Well, I think we waited too long. I think inaction, delay is a decision. Delay has not been our friend when it comes to ISIS. We've known about them for over 4 years now. And what happened was they were Al-Qaeda in Iraq. I would argue that because of the lack of status of forces agreement and no political engagement with the prime minister at that time, Maliki, that Iraq essentially imploded, and out of that, Al-Qaeda in Iraq, part of these Ba'athist forces from the military that were out on the streets because of the de-Ba'athification policy that was a failure. So you can blame both administrations, I think, but out of that, Al-Qaeda in Iraq morphed into ISIS and reared its ugly head. They steal intellectual property on a daily basis because why invent when you can steal it? They steal defense contractor blueprints with the military, which from a national security standpoint is very frightening. I passed the landmark cybersecurity bill to help harden these critical infrastructures in the private sector through the sharing of malicious codes. These codes are the ways, the ones and zeros, how they get in to networks and then infiltrate. If you have those codes in advance, you can block that penetration from happening so they can't get into your networks and then cause all this damage. We know, for instance, the OPM breach from China, that they were in the federal government's networks for 14 months.